Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday. We've made it through the week. That means tomorrow is worship. Uh, Verdon at 9 o'clock, Gerard at 10:30, online at 10:30. We are doing in-person services, and we hope that you can make it to one of those services. If you choose to worship online, that is quite okay. I also would encourage you, those of you who are not part of the Verdon Gerard parish, that you would certainly attend your local church as well. But I am glad that you are with me here this morning. I'm going to read only one verse to you. This really kind of turned out a little more lengthy than I expected, so grab your cup of coffee and just hang with me here for just a moment. This is Isaiah chapter 30. It is verse 18. Yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. He rises to show you compassion, for the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all who wait for him. This is the word of the Lord. May it bless, convict, encourage, enlighten, and empower its hearers this morning. Here's a quick story. One man went downtown to meet his wife. He was going to spend some time shopping with her. And he waited patiently for 15 minutes. Then he waited impatiently for 15 minutes. After that, he just got mad. And seeing one of those photo booths, nearby, that kind of accepts coins into the slots and takes 4 shots while you pose, he got this idea. And so he went in, he sat down, and he made the most ferocious expression that he could manage, which wasn't difficult under the circumstances. And in a few moments, he was holding 4 small prints that shocked even him. Excuse me. He wrote his wife's name on the back of the photographs, and then he handed them to this clerk behind the desk. And he said to the clerk, he says, if you see a small, dark lady with brown eyes and an apologetic expression, apparently looking for someone, would you please give her this? He then returned to his office, content that if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then 4 photos then was a full-blown lecture. His wife saved the pictures, and she carries them in her purse today, and she shows them to anyone who asks if she's married. How are you with patience? One person calls patience weight training. W-A-I-T. And it seems there is something, always something, that we're waiting for. We wait in traffic. We wait in lines. We wait to hear about new jobs. We wait to complete our schooling. We wait to retire. We wait for our children to mature. We wait for a decision to be made. We wait for someone to change his or her mind. But what about when it comes to God? Have you ever noticed that God never seems to be in a hurry? Or at least he doesn't seem to be. It took 40 years for Moses to receive his commission to lead the people out of Egypt. It took 17 years for preparation before Joseph was delivered from slavery and imprisonment. It took 20 years before Jacob was released from Laban's control. Abraham and Sarah were in their old age when they finally received the promise of Isaac. So why isn't God in a hurry? God called each of these servants to accomplish a certain task in his kingdom. And yet he was in no hurry to bring the mission to fulfillment. You ever wonder why? First, he accomplished what he wanted in each of these that I mentioned. But you see, we're often more focused on the outcome than the process that he is accomplishing in our lives every day. When we experience his presence daily, one day we wake up and we realize that God has done something special in and through our lives. However, excuse me, the accomplishment is no longer what excites us. Instead, what excites us is knowing him. And through those times, we become more acquainted with his love, more acquainted with his grace, more acquainted with the power in his power in our lives. And when this happens, we are no longer focused on the outcome, because the outcome is a result of our walk with him. It is not the goal of our walk, but the byproduct. So when Joseph came to power in Egypt, he probably couldn't have cared less. He had come to a place of complete surrender so that he was not anxious about tomorrow, and he was not anxious about his circumstances. And that, my friends, is a lesson we all need to learn. We must wait for God's timing and then embrace wherever we are in that process. When we find contentment in that place, then we begin to experience God in ways that we never thought was possible. I didn't take quite as long as I thought I would this morning. So God bless you. Be safe, be well, be strong. Go do something for Jesus. And I'll see you either in Verdon or in Girard or online tomorrow morning. Make plans to be in worship and expect God to do some great things. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and go do something for Jesus.